live because my SD card wasn't in. The devil tried to foil my plans, but it wasn't going to happen. Anyway, let me make sure I'm live and let me wait for a few people to tap in and start watching live, and we'll get started in just one moment. I feel like this mic is extra loud. Let me know in the chat if this mic is extra loud or if I sound okay for you guys. I'm waiting for some people to join in real fast. All right. All right. Give me a second. Just checking on my stream here on my channel to make sure everything is copacetic, and it looks like it is. All right, cool. Sound okay. All right, cool. All right, so Impressions Expo 2025 in Atlantic City went down this weekend, and I was unable to attend. I told some people that I was going to be there. Okay, you sound okay, cool. I told some people that I was going to be there, but I was unable to attend because I went to the U.S. Open's annual meeting that I go to every single year, and I'm glad that I went because I had such a good time there. And from what I gather, Impressions Expo in Atlantic City, for whatever reason, was not that good this year. I spoke to 3 different people and asked them how the expo was, and it wasn't that good, they said. And one person in particular said that he walked in and he said it was 5 rows of vendors this way and 5 rows of vendors that way, and most of the vendors that were there were clothing vendors. Excuse me. And that's disappointing to hear. I don't know what is going on with Impressions, the Atlantic City Impressions specifically, but all the other impressions I hear are pretty okay. Like the Long Beach one I went to, they said that was pretty good this year. Um, and and the one in Vegas I hear is always good. It's always good every year. But um, I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether Impressions the group is not reaching out to influencers to help promote their event. Maybe they need to be. I don't know what's going on with them, but I'll tell you one thing. One event that never disappoints is Deco Summit in Miami that Ricoma holds every year. And I don't know if I'm going to be asked to speak at Deco Summit this year, but if I am, you guys should definitely attend because I'm going to do something very special that I've been planning for a while now at Deco Summit if I'm asked to speak at Deco Summit. Um, Here's me. This is uh, the ad for Deco Summit. There's Katrina, there's Henry, and I believe I was on the screen also. But for those of you guys, there I am right there. For those of you guys that want to attend, it's September 10th through 12th, 2025, Miami, Florida. And I'm letting you guys know right now. If you plan on going, go ahead and sign up and get your tickets right now because the price is going to go up. All right, the price is going to go up. So let me click on register so you got to show you. And they didn't ask me to do this or anything. I'm doing this on my own because it's part of my job to let you guys know what's going on. And right now the early bird special for general admissions is $395. And let me tell you guys, it's worth every penny. The VIP super early bird, VIP admission super early bird is $895, almost $1,000. And that right there, if you want hands-on training, if you want to know about your equipment, if you want to come to the VIP event after hours, then that right there, if you want to be treated special, that right there is very much worth it also. Because Deco Summit, since I've been going since year 1, has never disappointed, right? Um, the Atlantic City Impressions Expo, or Impressions Expo in general, is a different type of event. This one is more like laser focused. Deco Summit is more laser focused on learning the actual equipment and stuff like that, and getting hands on and talking to uh, industry insiders versus Impressions Expo is like looking at the machines. This is everything that Impressions is, and then some, but it won't have all the different vendors that the Impressions Expo has. but it has everything that you need because Ricoma is kind of like a one-stop shop. They have the embroidery machines, they have the DTG machines, DTG machines, they have the DTF machines, they have the white toner transfer printer. Um, they have everything that you can. They have the vinyl cutters now. They have sewing machines, chenille machine. They have everything that you can think of all in one company. So, along with the hands-on training and the specifications about classes on how to digitize, classes on everything that you need to know, marketing, everything like that. So, I encourage you guys to check that out if you're interested. And like I said, get your tickets right now because if not, it's going to be a whole lot more expensive after the early bird special is over, which is the early bird special ends on April 30th. And I don't have any discount code to give you guys right now. I'm sorry, I apologize, but like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be a part of this year's Deco Summit. They didn't ask me to speak yet. They didn't ask me to attend yet, so I'm not sure. But let me click on speakers and see if they have. See, these are the speakers for 2024. There's me right there. There's Katrina right there. There's Joe, Patrice. There's Carrie. You got Rob Walker, Cassandra, Sean from SC Shirts and Hoodies, and a few other people, a few other dope people right there that spoke last year. But I don't know. She is amazing. She does the digitizing classes at Deco Summit. She's dope right there, Janae. But like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be asked to speak this year. But it's just an event that I think you guys should definitely attend if you guys are interested, if you guys want to do something like that. Okay, now let me read a comment real fast. How do you unclog print head from the RI 1000 DTG printer? I don't know. You don't get it clogged in the first place. I haven't been as successful in trying to unclog it, but you got to play around. I've never had to unclog a DTG RI 1000 DTG print head. I've never had to unclog it, but I would imagine you probably soak it in some cleaning solution, soak the head out, take the head out, and soak it in cleaning solution. But I've never had to do that, so I don't know. Um, Angel B Design says, "Hey, what's up, Angel? How are you? How are you, Angel? For the people that don't know, how was Deco Summit last year when we attended? Angel was at Deco Summit last year. Angel, leave in the chat how Deco Summit was, what you thought about it, versus Impressions Expo. I'm not saying that you should attend one or the other. I'm just saying the Deco Summit is a different vibe than Impressions Expo, guys, and that's what I'm trying to convey to you guys. All right. So Angel B is gonna leave you guys what she thought about Impressions last year. Okay, so let's talk about something real fast. One of the reasons that I asked people about the Impressions Expo this year was because I specifically wanted to know if this X-Tool apparel printer right here, I specifically wanted to know if anybody saw it printing because X-Tool is making some serious claims right here, and I want to know if they're gonna stand up to the hype, because they're claiming that it's gonna print. Let me find it. Let me find it real fast. They're claiming that it's gonna print 50. Here it is. Here it is. They're claiming that it's gonna go 50 right here. You guys see it? 50 square feet per hour with a 14-inch print width. That 50 square feet per hour is like a huge claim. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't see it happening. I don't see him. I don't understand how they're going to get that technology to do that. I don't see it happening. But hey, if it happens, then that's going to be great. And it's going to be good for a lot of people, but I don't see it happening. And what was surprising to me is that if it's that good of a printer, if it was that amazing, and I'm not talking bad about it or anything like that, guys. I'm just saying that there we have to start holding companies accountable. We still have to start holding all these businesses accountable for what they claim that something's going to do before something is released versus what the thing actually does, right? That's where we went wrong with a lot of the different technologies. I, you see people talk about it in the vlogs and give their opinions and stuff, but we have to somehow start holding these companies accountable. And if we don't start now, then we're always going to get taken advantage of, and people are always going to feel like they're taken advantage of monetarily And these printers definitely cost a lot of money. And if anybody attended Impressions Expo in Atlantic City, the reason why I'm talking about it is because Xtool had a booth there. And if they had a booth there, and if this printer was that amazing, I would kind of expect, and I would think that people by now will be posting videos about how great this printer was. And I'm looking online for different videos from people that attended the Impressions Expo in Atlantic City, and I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing any videos. I'm not seeing anybody talk about it. And excuse me. And it's kind of weird to me because prior, you know, in other impressions, when people attend it, you normally see videos starting to pop up right away. But the three people that I did ask how the impressions was this year, besides them telling me that it wasn't that heavily attended, besides that, none of them saw the X Tool booth. None of them went to the X Tool booth, which and that's kind of weird because this is the greatest, the biggest hype right now is this printer right here. And you know, they're pushing it hard, but like I said, this right here, 50 square feet per hour with the same print heads that other printers have, I don't know how they're going to be able to accomplish this. And this is a very, very, very tall order. And right now, you guys can see just for the printer, standalone printer is $4,449.99. But if you want that package right there, $6,299 for the bundle with the oven that attaches to the printer and comes out right here. And allegedly, they're going to have uh, a roll to roll system somehow where I don't know. I don't know. Don't get me lying, but you know, I'd probably get this bundle, $6,799 for everything in there, the versatile bundle, whatever. But keep in mind, guys, that this price right here is the price that it is right now. It's not the price that it's going to be once it's released. I'm pretty sure I would say like once it's released, it's probably going to be somewhere around $9,000 to $10,000 after taxes and everything like that. It says right here you get 24.44% off from the $8,998 MSRP. So that's the suggested retail price, the MSRP, $8,998. So, like I said, after taxes and everything, you're probably gonna end up spending like $1,000, $10,000, just like other DTF printers, right? But like I said, this is a tall order right here. You know, this is a very tall order, 50 square feet per hour, and X2, we're gonna hold you guys accountable to that. And I don't know why I'm not seeing any videos on this apparel printer as of right now, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know why we're not seeing anything. You guys were at Impressions Expo, and you know, yeah. Anyway, I digress. Let's move on from that, guys. Let's move on from that. Next thing I want to talk to you guys about is uh, DTG, DTG, DTG. DTG, when DTG first came out, it was like a lot of hype around it. Kind of like the hype is right now with DTF. There's a lot of hype about DTF, and rightfully so. But DTG, just a few years ago, was the latest, greatest thing. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody wanted to get their hands on one. But after the technology came out, people learned about the heads getting clogged. And this is what somebody in the chat right now is saying, asking me, how do you unclog a print head from the RI-1000? You guys see that right there. Lee Osei asked me, how do you unclog print head from the Ricoh RI-1000 DTG printer? And it's not like there's a bunch of information out there to show you how to unclog these print heads. And I honestly think that part of some of these companies' business is to get you to buy another print head or to use their other services after the purchase. So I'll tell you this, DTG is the most problematic system when it comes to clogging compared to every other print method. DTF is like a walk in the park when it comes to as far as print head clogging is concerned. DTG is like if you've dealt with a DTG printer, DTF will be nothing. It'll be absolutely easy to deal with. But the problem with these DTG machines, such as the RI 1000, which is the one I'm talking about because that's the one that I have. I have two of them, as a matter of fact, and they're on ice right now. They both have cleaning solution inside of them, and they're sitting in the storage unit. And I'm probably gonna end up selling both of them. I don't know yet, not sure yet. Just a thought, just a thought. But both of mine function just fine, hopefully, because they have been sitting in the storage unit for a while with the heads wet capped. But the wet cap is probably not wet anymore. But I did switch it out a lot to get the ink to drain. But the problem, the main problem that I think people have with DTG printers, and it's this is second. This is my main problem, but this is a second issue besides the heads clogging easily, is the fact that the companies that we know that advertise that we see here in the United States, like Ricoh, um, Epsom with the F2100, and who else? Ricoh, Epsom, Ricoma, and the Brother GTX. They all have these ink cartridges, and the ink cartridges are very, very expensive. And the problem with DTG is that if you don't use the printer, if you're not printing on a consistent basis, it just uses ink. And before you know it, by the end of the month, you'll be out of ink. You'll be out of ink, or your ink will be very, very low. And the printer won't allow you to print if the ink goes down to a certain level. So that's the main problem. And the solution to that problem is a DTG printer that has a bulk ink management system where you can pour in your own ink, so you can use different inks, whatever ink you want to. But the issue is for the companies, as far as the companies are concerned, is they can't make money like that because part of their business is to tie you up into their ecosystem and to get you to purchase their inks, right? Their consumables. It's one thing to buy the actual machine, kind of like printers. I know you guys, if you're like me, you've went to Staples or different electronic electric stores that sell different electronics and stuff like that, and you've noticed over the years that regular printers are so cheap. Like you can get a printer for like 60, 50, 60 bucks right now. You know why? Because they're in a market of selling, they're in the business of selling their inks to you. That's why the actual printer itself that you would think is expensive is so cheap, because they want to sell you their inks after you bought their printer. And that's why all these different printers on the market use so many different inks. Like you gotta go buy ink cartridges, and the ink cartridges are this small. You shake it up, it's like this much ink in there, right? But they say this big cartridge, and it's ridiculous. But the same thing goes to these DTG companies. They sell you the DTG machine, and then you have to buy their ink, and that is a huge problem that I think one of the main reasons why people stay away from DTG machines, besides the clogging. I think clogging is probably the main issue, and the second issue is how expensive the inks are. I wonder why these companies never talk to any of their customers, and so we can tell them like, "Yo, like this is what I want. This is what I want to do." And if they talked to us more and got some information, then they would probably make better decisions. But at the end of the day, to be honest, like uh, they have to make their money somehow. They have to make their money somehow, and giving us what we want is not exactly going to be profitable, right? Because everybody's going to want the most for the least amount of money that they can spend. But the companies are in the business of making money, being profitable, rightfully so. Just like you and your business, you want your business to be profitable, right? But one thing is funny, and I'll say this again. I think I said it before. We always complain about prices, but at the same time, when it comes to us, when it comes to us selling our products, we complain about our customers complaining about our prices. So it's like it can't go both ways, right? Don't complain about the price, because the shoe's going to be on the other foot soon, and you're going to be the one that's people are complaining about your prices. You know what I mean? So it's like, and the reality is what these printers and what these devices can do for you outweighs tenfold what the prices are on these different pieces of technology, if you have the business for it. But the problem still remains with these DTG printers. Um, these proprietary ink systems, I'm not feeling it, and I've been looking for different ways, to be honest, to refill these RI 1000 cartridges and put a different cartridge, put a different put load it up with ink and put a different microchip on there. But the thing that I ran into recently was DTG printers with their own bulk ink management systems, and they've been around for a while now, but it's just that we only shop for what we see here in the United States. But overseas, they have a lot of stuff available that we don't have over here. Or better yet, they have a lot of stuff available over there that the companies over here aren't selling because they can't maximize their profits selling those specific machines, right? So it makes sense, right? It makes sense for them, but what's best for us is not always the most profitable thing for these companies. So there's a company that I'm not going to mention in this video, but you guys can find it easily because there's a bunch of different companies that sell DTG machines that have bulk ink management systems that you can pour your own ink in, and you don't have to be tied to a specific ink cartridge. So I definitely think, not to say that I'm going to get one right now, but if my DTG machine had a way that I can fill up my ink cartridges myself, it will still be in use right now. But there's the headache of pre-treating shirts. There's a headache of curing the pre-treated shirts. There's a headache of printing is not so bad, but after you print, you also have to cure that ink also. So there's a whole process that goes into these DTG shirts making it. But one thing is for sure, DTG shirts feel so much better than DTF shirts. Um, and the feel is different than the screen printed shirts. And it's almost like you can't compare the two different feels, but they're just totally different. I always like to compare DTG shirts to like the feel that you would feel on something that you got from Macy's, right? Screen printed shirts also, but screen printed shirts, you have more flexibility, you have more control. You can put down more ink if you want to, or less ink if you want to give it different feels. But DTG just have that one feel that no matter who feels it, they appreciate it and they say, "Oh, this is quality. This is what I want." But the whole process of making the actual garment is kind of tedious. But if you had a way to load up your own ink, it wouldn't be as painful to own the actual printer. And that's where the DTG companies went wrong, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about that. And would you buy a DTG printer if you can load up your own ink and didn't have to be stuck in a specific company's ecosystem buying their inks? Let me know what you think. I personally, I would. I would. Not to say that I'm going to, but if there's a company out there and you guys have a DTG machine with a bulk ink management system and you want me to test it out, then hit me up, adubbproductions@gmail.com. I got you. I will definitely review your product for you for sure. Let me look at some comments real fast. See, Angel B says, I definitely enjoy both, but Deco Summit was way more hands-on for sure. I learned so much there, and the staff were all willing to answer questions I had. Angel also said, Impressions Long Beach, the one I attended, was more so looking for the sake of teaching. So different vibes for sure. Yeah, the two definitely had different vibes. Like I said before, Impressions is more so you're looking for a machine. You want to talk to the manufacturer, the company that sells the machines briefly. They're not going to go too much in depth. They're trying to get the sale, or they're trying to give you a brochure, give you some general information about the machine. That's what the expos are more so about. But Deco Summit is kind of like both, but you get down to the nitty gritty and they actually teach you a lot more about the specific machines. And I think that's dope about Deco Summit. What's going on, Kayla? How are you doing? Kayla Christie says hello. Hi, Kayla. So one thing I want to talk about, I want to touch on real fast, is the versatility of this machine right here. Highly underrated machine right here. And I'm going to tell you guys why I say that in a second. For those of you guys that don't know, I do sell stickers on my website. Let's go to my website real fast. Let's check this out. Okay, so this is my website, right? Let me reload it so you guys can get a fresh look. Okay, so first of all, I sell UV custom UV DTF transfers now, UV stickers, right? Also, I got the custom DTF transfers, right? Shout out to me, shout out to me. You know what I mean? Shameless plug, right? And I do custom embroidery. I've been doing a whole lot of varsity jackets lately. But what you guys don't know is I don't even have, see, I don't have a drop down for my stickers. So I got a sticker order the other day, um, which is interesting. How'd they even find it? All right, so I got a sticker order the other day, right? Because you can go here in the search menu and you can type in stickers. All right, and you can go here and there's my custom sticker options. Okay, so I got a sticker order the other day, and my eye color machine. Joe's gonna kill me when he hears this, but my eye color machine. Since I made the video, I probably use it one time after that. I made a video showing you guys how to make labels for like different products. That machine has been sitting, I'd say, for a little over a year now. No lie. This machine right here. Let me bring it back up. This machine right here has been sitting for a little over a year. I haven't had it plugged up, haven't had it sitting in the corner somewhere, not even babying it. It had a pile of dust on it. The film had a pile of dust on it. I got an order for stickers. I had to fill the order for the customer. I grabbed it, plugged it up, dusted off the dust, took the dust off the film that was in the back, found the USB for the software, loaded up the customer's thing. Um, I did whatever I needed to do in the software to manipulate it and put how many I wanted to print. It was 50. I think I sold them 50 4x4 inch stickers. Don't know what they're using for, but for those of you guys that follow me on Instagram, you can see the printer printing. It printed like 50 stickers in a little bit, maybe like 20 minutes, maybe a little bit under 20 minutes, maybe like 10 to 15 minutes, maybe not even that long. I'm not sure because I didn't time it, but it seemed like it wasn't that long. 50 stickers back to back to back to back to back to back after sitting for a year, over a year. I just plugged it up, press print, and it flawlessly. Printed flawlessly. And the reason why I brought that up is because part of business, right, is knowing the equipment that you have and knowing what the equipment that you have is capable of, right? And I think that Eye Color in general is a highly underrated company when it comes to everything else. And what I mean by everything else is this right here, what I have up on the screen. You see this wine bottle and this label right here? Eye Color and Uninet is a label company that specializes in different type of labels, right? And when we think of things like the white toner transfer printer, we think of, oh, I don't like the feel that it gives on the t-shirt. But what we need to be looking at that company differently is because the DTG, the DTF technology, the screen print technology, that's for making the garments, right? This right here is for making everything else, right? Eye Color and the products they sell, like the white toner transfer printer, this Eye Color this Eye Color 250 right here, label printing machine. This is small, plasticky, but still commercial grade because of how fast it prints and how durable it is. This is small quality printer. Like, see this right here? You can print these little stickers right here, and you can have something like a thank you sticker, right? And you can sell those thank you stickers, right? If you have a custom product right here, you want your labeling so we can make your product look professional. And this is what we've been sleeping on. Look at that juice box. All these different labels right here you can make on this little small, little tiny machine. I'm gonna make a video, and I've already made something like this on travel size container. I'm gonna make a video soon, making something custom because I did the video before, but I gotta give this printer some more love on the channel because um, there's so much potential with this. And it just goes to show you, like, sometimes you have a piece of equipment and you're not taking full advantage of the capability of that specific technology. And this printer can do so much. And I've had it sitting for so long, and I picked it up and it worked instantly. And it really deserves a lot more credit than myself and anyone in the industry is even giving it, because of how much capability it has and how fast it can output um, these stickers. And it does perforated cuts. You just grab it, peel your sticker right off, and stick it on whatever you need to stick it on to, like, customize your stuff like that. And shame on me, I should never be shipping boxes regularly if I have a printer like this, and I'm shipping out boxes with my product in it, my thread stay tubes, or my embroidery box, and I don't even have any labels on it, looking professional, and I have the technology for it. That's a prime example of how I'm not taking advantage of this technology that I have. So I'm gonna give this printer a lot more love in the upcoming future, and show you guys more videos of what it's capable of doing. If you guys are interested, only if you're interested. So let me know if you guys are interested in seeing that, and I'll make some more videos on that. But right now on my website, AlanAway.com, I'm gonna do a special little drop where I got a nice supply of banners, right? Retractable banners, stands. I have a nice supply of banner stands available, and I'm gonna run a sale. So those of you guys, and I think every business should have a banner, right? Especially a retractable banner, because it takes up no space. And if you ever do vending events, if you ever do anything like that, if you have a business and you have an actual storefront, or even if you are in the house, which, by the way, I highly condone now, after having a studio and having a workspace, and versus having a space in your house. There's no wrong way of doing this business, right? Because the reality is, you can produce whatever you can produce anywhere. It doesn't matter if you have a workshop, or if you have a storefront, or if you're working out of your house. The product is going to be the same, right? The end product is going to be the same. So I'm glad I was able to do both, and I'm glad I was able to understand that. But I'll touch on that in another video, and I'll touch on some other stuff that I want to talk to you guys about in other videos. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, on AlanAway.com, I'm going to be running, and I'll make a video for it separately. I'm going to be running a sale on retractable banners, because like I said, I have a whole bundle of those banner stands, and I'm going to pay it forward to you guys because I have a surplus of supplies. I'm going to mark the banners down on my website, so you guys can have an opportunity to buy a retractable banner for your business. All right. So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for other things that I have coming up very, very soon. Don't forget to book your tickets for Deco Summit. If you guys are going to Deco Summit, like I said before, I don't know if I'm going to be speaking. They didn't ask me to speak yet, but I'm just letting you guys know for your own personal information. If you plan on attending Deco Summit, go ahead and book your tickets now, because the price is going to go up, and you guys are going to be upset. So I'm trying to tell you guys in advance, right? X Tool, we'll see what happens with X Tool and their apparel printer. Very, very interesting. They're pushing it hard. You see a lot of influencers with pre-release versions, but what's funny about that is you don't see a lot of them printing on it and showing you how it works and showing you how fast that it prints, and that's what raises a red flag for me. And I know they probably have the pre-release version, or they're probably still working out some bugs, but I'm so excited, and I'm so interested at the same time to see what it does, because they're making some huge claims here. So let's see. Levite Apparel says, I feel you on the house thing. As you know, I have a studio in my back, and that I built myself. Shout out to him. Shout out to Levite for building his own studio. Um, I'm expanding. I'm expanding it currently as we speak to make space for screen printing machine. Dope, Levite. Dope. So if you can do things yourself, highly advise you to do that. You'll save a bunch of money, and you'll make a bunch of money, and you'll appreciate it better when you grow. And when you grow, I think you should really take your time and grow in a way that makes sense, and not jump the gun prematurely. Oh, and also, guys, I'm gonna give you guys an update video coming soon about where I am in the repair process with my other embroidery machines that got damaged during the move. So stay tuned for that. But everything's on the up and up, and I'm still able to produce my varsity jackets because I've been getting crazy orders for varsity jackets. I got 3 varsity jackets I got to make right now, but I'm just waiting for the customers to verify what I'm doing. All right, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you later. Peace.